Welcome back to Sport on 7. I'm Tom Bushell. You can grab me on Twitter at Tom Bushell at UAE. Plenty to get through. Follow me, maybe not grab me. Plenty to get through tonight. Chris McCarty on the way to talk about all the local sport over the last 7 days. For now, though, let's look ahead to the FIFA Under-17 World Cup. The Under-17 World Cup is FIFA's third longest running competition and has been going since the 80s. Household names such as Cesc Fabregas of Barcelona and Manchester United's Anderson, LA Galaxy's Landon Donovan is another one, have all been propelled into the world of stardom after strong performances at the Under-17 World Cup. The UAE will host the tournament this year in October and November, and last week the tournament mascot was unveiled. Shaqran the Falcon will represent the competition and is seen to represent the UAE and all its values. Plenty of star guests were there to look forward to the event, including Alain and the UAE's brightest star footballer, Omar Abdulrahman, UAE FA President Yousuf Serkal, and Deputy Director of Competitions at FIFAInaki Alverez. I caught up with each of them to look ahead to October and November.
He's like, nice to meet you as well, and he's like, it's definitely a huge event, and he just hopes that he, meets everyone's expectations, and the UAE meets everyone's expectation in terms of performance and of hospitality and hosting all 24 qualifying teams.
Word on, of course, Alain's season. It's been a magnificent season in the Pro League for Alain. Will you be there for many years to come?
Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. It's been a great season, and his contract with the club is for the next 2 years, so he hopes to stick around for the next 2 years. But he's definitely looking, if he gets any opportunities from international clubs, it's definitely something he'll consider.
Yousuf, nice to see you again. Of course, this is a tremendous event for the UAE in a few months' time, and for football in the country as well, isn't it?
Well, it's always nice to see you as well. Yes, this is a very important event for us, especially that our main concern is to look after the grassroots, and this is one of the most important events in football when it comes to young generation. This really suits us in UAE to host such an event that relates to the age that we are looking at to improve and continue developing our game in football.
When you first decided to bid for this event, was that the main reason, to inspire the younger generation to get out there and play football?
Definitely is, because in UAE we are always hosting different major events. We have already hosted Under-19, and this time it's really to inspire the Under-17, especially that we believe that at this certain age is where you can always notice the quality of a player for the future. So this is one main goal that we have.
In terms of the UAE side, Under-17, how strong are they looking? We all know how good the Olympic side was last summer. Of course, Omar, right behind you, is an outstanding talent. Is there more to come?
Well, there is more to come, but I don't want to give any solid promises, because we know this is a world event. We can say and claim that we are at the highest standard, but then we are not yet to the world standard. But anyhow, our goals is to look for future players for the first team. We have certain number of players that are promising to be an addition, good players to the first team. This is the main goal that we have, and we look always to give new faces and new players to the first team. So it's serving our purpose.
Hosting this FIFA event, is it a dress rehearsal to the future, where you would, of course, want to host a World Cup proper one day?
To host the World Cup is an ambition, but I don't believe now we have any consideration for that event. Anyhow, we will leave that to the future generation. But now our main intention is to make a good first national team to represent us in the coming World Cup, where we might have a chance to qualify.
Inaki, welcome to Dubai, of course, a major tournament for FIFA coming up towards the end of this year. It's going to be a fantastic event, isn't it? And a busy time for FIFA in this part of the world as well.
Yes, a tremendous event. It's the Under-17 has a long history, third oldest tournament of FIFA. Many of the youngest and brightest stars of the world have come through the Under-17, so it is a tremendous opportunity, not just for UAE football, but for the country of UAE. Next generation.
How important do you see now this part of the world for global football? Because it really is on the rise, isn't it?
Yes, it is. There's been some real successes. We have player Omar, for example, did very well in the Olympics. We're hoping for the very best. I think there's a chance here, and what we need to see is UAE take the chance.
So 6 venues will host the tournament, including stadiums in Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Al Ain, Fujairah and Ras Al Khaimah. Tickets will go on sale in June. Can't wait for that. Now, with the news that another golf course is to arrive in Dubai soon, the Trump International, it's only fair we brush up on some of our golf tips. Here's Wayne Johnson from Jumeirah Golf Estates.
Hello, welcome to Jumeirah Golf Estates and the Tour Academy. My name's Wayne Johnson. Today we're on the 15th hole of the Earth course. We're going to talk about fairway bunkers and how to play those shots successfully and have more fun on the golf course. We're on the 15th hole at Jumeirah Golf Estates, one of the great finishing holes, and I want to show you how we're going to play a fairway bunker shot to help you make a par on this hole. Whenever you come into a fairway bunker, the first thing to remember is we want to maintain a very smooth, easy rhythm, nice tempo to your swing. We don't want to try and go at the ball very hard or aggressively. If we do so, we're going to tend to hit the ball fat, keep the ball in the bunker, as opposed to hitting the ball cleanly and out. First thing that's important is always take at least 1 club more than you normally would for the same distance from the fairway. If I was an 8-iron away from the green on the fairway, now I want to take at least a 7-iron, 1 club more, so that I can maintain a nice smooth rhythm and tempo in my swing. So first rule, let's take 1 club more than normal for the same distance. We're going to maintain a very smooth, easy pace of swing. Second point, always make sure that we position the ball very much in the center of the stance. We want to ensure that we have a nice early contact of the ball, making sure to hit ball and then sand so that the ball's going to fly out the correct distance. Let's try one. So we first aim the club face. Make sure that we settle the feet into the sand to form a nice firm base. The ball is centered in my stance, and throughout the swing I'm keeping a nice stable base, very firm from the waist down. The motion of swing, nice easy rhythm and tempo. Don't need to drive too much with the lower body, it's very much an arm swing. Let's try one. Now, if you work on those techniques, you're going to be able to catch the ball nice and cleanly, hit the ball onto the green, and make sure you make that par on the 15th hole.
We'll have more from Wayne next week about golf in the region. We'll also be talking to Nick Tarrant as well, the head of the European Tour here in the Middle East. Next on Sport on 7, we'll catch up with Chris McCarty as we catch up on all the local stories in sport.